EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live second-round coverage of the BioWare Classic. She's ended up on the fairway and with such a good lie. So many more options available now. Right in the heart of the fairway, green light special. Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
Third shot, looking for a good one. Frank in a bit of trouble here at the par 5, missing the green on that third shot.
You're just battling to make par. And this is going to be difficult.
Hit in regulation, but it's not yet a par on the card. Very tough putt coming up. That was not a very good read right there. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point.
Well, that was a good try. Didn't quite get the break right.
Frank, you know full well this can be a humbling game.
And an embarrassing game.
Our featured golfer has made it to the 13th hole. Let's pick up the action right there. Frank, it is go time right now.
Yeah, starting to be on the wrong side of the cut. And the focus is not at the top of the leaderboard, but what's going to play in the weekend.
Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
That ball's run out certainly over 300 yards, Frank. Call it about 310. Setting up for an approach shot here. Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Good, clean contact and a nice result. And a chance for birdie coming up.
Really. This is an awkward length.
Came to the putt, excited to make birdie. Now, settle for par.
Yeah, a little change in the attitude right now. You've let one go. You've got to really knuckle down there.
Been a little too much of that, Frank. Just sort of ho-hum pars. Fourteenth hole here at the Wetlands. A dangerous par 3 comes in at 204 yards. There's some trouble out there.
And this is where you have to readjust your focus. If you start looking right or left of this green, you see all the problems that could come in and prevail. Instead, just look at that front bunker. Try and fly your tee shot over that, somewhere around the front edge of the green, maybe 3 or 4 yards on, and then the hole becomes that much easier. That just came out blazing. As soon as it hit the green, it was never going to stop.
Pretty good shot right there. Sitting right now at 2 over par for the round.
Had every chance of going in.
Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Well, that's a bit disappointing.
I guarantee you, though, she thought she had that one.
This would be a double bogey for her. Time to regroup. That's a double bogey. The last par 5 on this golf course is the 15th. It's 590 yards. You think, Frank, this is the time to be aggressive?
Certainly is. Longer hitters must be licking their chops on this par 5. 300-plus yard tee shot, you can definitely get home. Shorter hitters, just set it up for a nice wedge shot. But if you are going to go at this par 5 and 2, well protected by those 3 bunkers.
Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie. Second shot coming out of the rough here. Settles in, looking to knock it in tight. On the green, and a chance for birdie. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
This one just requires a little bit of focus. That looked for all the world like it was dead center.
I've got no idea how that missed.
So they'll tap in. Frank winning a couple of rounds there.
And consequently a miscut. No chance of playing in the weekend, but there's more than one tournament ahead.
This is EA Sports PGA Tour coverage coming up next. Here at the TPC Scottsdale in Arizona, and Frank, when so many people tune in to watch this great event, they think immediately of the 16th hole with all of those fans jammed in. It's like Fenway Park inside the desert there, but it's much more than that little par 3, isn't it?
It certainly is more than that, Rich. The TPC Scottsdale is a great venue for a PGA Tour event. It's a blend of everything: birdie opportunities, holes that are fought by water, bunkering that's been changed. All in all, it's a great atmosphere with nearly...
Excellent looking shot here. Wow, that is a monster drive down there, about 315 yards. Second shot, good look at the green. Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
That's still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par.
Been this way all day. Airtight, no mistakes, solid shot.
And yet another green in regulation. That was cruel. It looked like it was certainly going in.
So frustrating sometimes on the greens, isn't it? Drop shot here at the 6th. Shouldn't be a problem here. Frank, you hate to miss it from that distance.
More than a setback there.
Nudge this one home, finish it up. So, 2 over par for the round. Now to the second par 3 on the front 9. This is the 7th hole.
Yeah, quite a stiff par 3 because of the narrowness in the front. Really favoring a higher shot that's going to land softly, and therefore you can open up that green, because the further back you go, the wider it gets.
Well, that ball nestled down just a bit in that heavy rough.
Remember, out of the rough, expect the ball to jump forward a little bit.
How good was that, Frank, from the rough?
Oh, that's amazing. That's a master class in short game.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Frank, you can see by the reaction, it has been that kind of week. Just a few too many pars. Frank, the par 4 8th, this is a good hole.
It is. A dog leg to the left forces the player to go out the right, and this will play every inch of its yardage, which is over 470 yards. Green's still pretty much the same with that false front, unless there's a flag position in the front. You're really going to have to fly at least 20 yards or so into that green. Otherwise, that ball is going to run towards the front. Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
That would be a great look at birdie.
A little bit more hope than determination in that putt.
She needs this for her par. Needs birdies at some point, but will take the par to stay at 2 over. Rounding out the front 9 with a par 4 of 453 yards from the back tee. Looks to be straight away here, Frank. Anything to be cautious about on this?
Let's see what she's got here. She is loading up for the big one. Wow, I mean, she absolutely annihilated that tee ball.
Smoked that one.
Frank, this is a way to make golf easy when you can hit it that deep.
Oh, I'm going to say, I know that first number's a 3. I'm guessing the second one's a 2. Let's call it 320.
Frank, I think that's going in the bunker.
Looks like it. Rub the shamrock. Got away with getting in the bunker there.
Okay, good shot on the dance floor.
Those keep the round going, those par putts.
Now to the 10th hole. This a sharp dogleg to the right, Frank, a par 4.
A good way to start this second 9. Really, it requires a nice tee shot down the left. There's no real advantage to try and carry it over that bunker, the one that's situated on the corner. So if you respect it, go a little left of that, you can have something in the vicinity of 160, 150 yards left. That's fine.
There are a number of really good and important grow the game initiatives out there. One of those is the First Tee program, and that allows youngsters who otherwise might not have an opportunity, the chance to put a golf club in their hands, allows them the chance to pick up this game and learn some of the core values that come along with it. It's about much more than making a score. It's about integrity. It is about responsibility, values like that. And this game is just so good in instilling those kind of characteristics in young people. So close.
Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
2 over for the day. Don't forget, second round coverage coming your way tomorrow here on EA Sports. For our entire crew, I'm Rich Lerner saying so long for now. Presented by EA Sports in association with the PGA Tour. Set in the Sonoran Desert and surrounded by the majestic McDowell Mountains, we're at the stadium course at TPC Scottsdale in Arizona. Hello again and welcome. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo, set to bring you all the action for today's event. Frank, when you think about the TPC Scottsdale, what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
The golf course has been radically changed in 2014, but it still hasn't lost its luster. Really, it's just been updated like the game itself for these young, strong players of the modern era.
About 25 feet from the cup.
Settles in over the putt. Perfect roll right there.
Anything other than a rookie. Great stroke.
Now to the 5th hole and a challenging par 4.
Slightly longer this year. Played off a new tee at the back, and there used to be 2 bunkers down the right side. They've now been put together to form one and in the perfect position that really make you think about your tee shot. It takes a very big drive to try and carry that bunker on the right. It's going to be at least 315 plus yards to get past that. Green itself still tilts a little left to right and back towards the player.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Slight waggle, relaxed arms, ready to go. This is going to be a tough day on the links. I mean, even the seagulls are walking to work. Frank, this one looks like it might have a postage stamp on it. Airmail City.
Yeah, lick it. Send it.
Didn't check, Frank.
Yeah, just not enough spin on that, really. I mean, that almost like took that first bounce and just ricocheted forward.
Just trying to make clean contact from the rough. Frank, not close, but from that lie, not bad.
Oh, that's excellent. Seriously, given the conditions, Rich. Really. This is that awkward length.
Frank, you know what gets me about this game? Here a person makes a legitimate effort, makes a good stroke, and that ball spins around and is just laughing at the player. And now what's left, you could breathe on that ball. It counts the same as a 300-yard drive. It's not right.
But it's the beauty of the game.
Par 4 6th, and Frank, a couple of options here.
Yeah, a hole that bends to the left. A draw is the preferred shot off the tee. The longer hitters will have a big advantage. They'll be able to get it down there and just have a pitch or a short wedge into this. If you're not, that long, then you're going to have to lay it back short of those bunkers. That's going to leave a lengthy second shot.
No fairway here. This one in that rough. Just in the first cut of rough. Not a bad lie. The only issue is he might get a jumper here. And this is looking really good. Well, that's how you play the game, right there. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business.
It's a cruel game.
Par attempt here. Pretty good putt, Frank. Just didn't quite read it correctly.
Yeah, would have certainly liked that to go in.
Shouldn't be a problem here. Just misses. Oh, man.
Just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Frank, how do you explain what we saw here?
It's a mess. It's probably the easiest way to put it. This is a case of anything that could go wrong. Not just probably, it did. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie. Second shot coming out of the rough here.
Safely on the dance floor.
Continues to putt beautifully. This is a good hole, Frank, the par 4 8th.
Yet another dogleg left, Rich, on the front side. And And it's a sharper dogleg now because they've put in 2 bunkers down the left side. It used to be a bailout area for the players in the past. You can't do that anymore. And I doubt anybody can fly it over that left one. It's nearly 330 yards to carry that in the air. Those 2 bunkers have forced the players to go out to the right, making that second shot a little bit longer now.
Not the longest, but not bad. 295 yards in the fairway. We'll settle. Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par.
Getting set now over the putt. Well, Frank, you hear it so often. This is a game of dealing with your miscues.
That's the beauty of this game of golf. It giveth and it taketh away.
So a tester from 4 feet. That is another bogey. It's getting messy, Frank.
Ouch.
So that is the end of the second round, and unfortunately, the end of the tournament for our featured player, missing the cut.
Well, they certainly didn't hit the magic number here for the tournament. Fell below the cut line, and they just couldn't make it back. There's always next week.